It was an autumn night in 1859 when farmers heard a scream echo off the cliffs. Tracks the size of wagon wheels led them to St. Leven's Tower, where British soldiers found a beast so immense and owl-like that it seemed carved from nightmares. Chained and half-conscious, this owlman was declared both marvel and menace. Orders came down to ship it north to Liverpool for study, and so began a journey none would forget. In Liverpool, scientists set up a riverside lab, but one foggy November night, the owlman broke free. Glass shattered, cart overturned, and a blood-curdling scream chased dock workers into the mist. Fact or mass hysteria, either way, the waterfront lay silent for days, and yet no one saw the owlman until a Confederate US agent showed up. Captain Elias Thornton, a Confederate US naval officer, came to Liverpool and was on the hunt for fast steamer ships to outrun Union blockades. When he caught wind of an owl creature of legend, he struck a deal: ship it aboard the PS Lelia to aid the Southern cause. Sighting reports came in the Camp Hill area of Woolton from locals. Then, one stormy night, a sailor stormed into the naval barracks, drenched and trembling, claiming the owlman had swooped over his skiff, nearly capsizing it. Thorne, sensing a chance to cement his name in naval law, assembled a small company of men, 20 sailors armed with muskets, nets, and iron chains. Guided by the sailors' shaky directions, they trekked to Camp Hill, where the wind howled through the gnarled oak trees. At midnight, under a jagged bolt of lightning, they saw it, a figure perched on a craggy outcrop, its feathered wings folded back like a cloak, eyes glowing red in the dark. It stood nearly 7 feet tall, its human-like face framed by tufted ears, talons gleaming at its fingertips. The men froze, but he barked orders, snapping them into action. They fanned out, cutting off escape routes, while 2 sailors crept forward with weighted nets. The creature's head swiveled, locking eyes with the men. It let out a piercing screech that rattled the men's nerves, then leaped skywards, wings unfurling. With a tremendous snap, muskets fired, shots tearing through the wind, but the owlman twisted mid-air, dodging with unnatural grace. The net, however, found its mark. Tangling one wing, it crashed into the underbrush, thrashing as the sailors descended. Chains clanked as they bound its limbs. Its strength, uncanny, but no match for 20 men. It hissed words, garbled almost English, but none could decipher them. On the 14th of January 1865, the Lelia steamed into a sudden gale off the Prince lightship near the Great Orme. Anchors dragged, engines groaned. In the mayhem, the owlman broke loose. Only 12 of 51 aboard made it to the lightship's safety. 7 rescuers died when the lifeboats capsized, yet several survivors swear they saw a massive winged creature, shape carved through the storm, back towards Liverpool's glowing pier lights. The war ended, but whispers endured another owlman was snatched from Cornwall and smuggled into New Orleans. There in the bayous, sightings rose. Locals called it the Mothman. Fast forward to 1967, West Virginia, Point Pleasant's Mothman sightings matched those descriptions eerily. Could it be the same creature hopping oceans and centuries, haunting every lonely shore? Whether you chalk it up to folklore or believe in a winged nightmare roaming our world, the owlman's journey from Cornwall's ruins to Liverpool's Camp Hill to the American swamps proves history and horror often share the same skies. The storm that sank the Lelia may have taken lives, but the Owlman survived. And what if I told you it never truly left Liverpool? For over a century, tales of a strange, winged-like creature have surfaced in these very woods. Locals call it the Woolton Owlman. Camp Hill is a quiet park now, nestled in Liverpool's leafy south end, but strange sightings have plagued the area since the early 1900s, long before the Mothman mania hit the US. Descriptions match the Owlman eerily: feathery wings, glowing red eyes, and a human-shaped face. Now only it slithers more than it soars. Some say it's the Owlman's final resting place, a creature too old to fly far now, dwelling beneath Camp Hill, feeding on rats, foxes, and occasionally our fear. From the cliffs of Cornwall to a sunken Confederate ship, from the bayous of America to the mossy hills of Liverpool's Camp Hill, one creature, many names: Owlman, Mothman, Woolton Owlman. Are they the same entity, a species, or something far stranger? What if the creature escaped the Lelia not just once, but returned home, not to Cornwall, but to the shadows of Camp Hill, where its myth could rest, unbothered, until someone walks too close? So the next time you're walking through Woolton and you hear a flutter in the trees, stop and listen, because Liverpool's past might still have wings. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever seen something strange on Camp Hill? Hit like, subscribe, and tune in next time for more legends that just won't die. Until then, sleep with one eye open.